Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. Justin Masson here with Nintendo Dads. Look what happened today. Look, a Nintendo Direct. Look at that. Look, got announced. Oh, let's break it all down, folks. Now, actually, here's a really like, and I'm not saying that like Nintendo Dads has anything to do with this. All right, let me just be really, really clear. But I do want to show you something that we had sent out. Just like I kid you not, I absolutely kid you not. 30 minutes before the direct was announced, I tweeted this out. I wanted to know something. What's going on? And as if Nintendo, of course, was waiting for my approval and our green light, our thumbs up, our hey, yeah, you should do this. Literally 30 minutes later, they dropped this. Now, tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, 2 p.m. Pacific, that's 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, that's 4 p.m. Central Time, that is 5 p.m. Eastern Standard, and in the wonderful folks over in the UK and Ireland, that's 11 o'clock. Listen, I don't know how time zones work all the time, but listen, there it is. Live stream. A live stream, that's interesting, okay? Featuring roughly 50 minutes. 50 minutes. This. Someone asked on Twitter, is this the biggest direct? It may be. This may be the biggest. I mean, this is like E3 level size of direct. Now, there's some wording here that I find very interesting. Roughly 50 minutes of information focused on available games like Super Smash Brothers. Focused on available games like Super Smash Brothers. So it's kind of like a listen. I'm going to tell you what you currently have available. Now you could read into that saying, "Sure, look at that means we're going to get a Smash Brothers information about the new hero, maybe some themes." Available games like Super Smash Brothers. So if it's like Super Smash Brothers, if it was just that, they would say just Super Smash Brothers, right? That's interesting. So they're leaning into games that they have released. So what I'm suspecting is we may have a couple of like, hey, here's a game, and by the way, here's a new DLC, here's an update, here's a patch that's coming out. So it feels like we may be getting kind of a look, again, a look back with what there is, with some updates, and then the interesting part, and games coming to the Nintendo Switch in the first half of 2021. This is a really interesting timing perspective because we actually know a couple things on the docket, especially from Nintendo. Now, Bowser's Fury just released this weekend, or sorry, on Friday. We have Bravely Default 2 coming, so that we suspect that it'll be highlighted there. We already know that, but again, this is not saying like we're going to get told all these games we don't know. We're highlighting games that are coming. So Bravely Default, Monster Hunter Rise, Pokemon Snap. The first half of 2021. Now, Pokemon Snap, as memory serves me, is about early April, I believe, is the release date. Early to mid. I could be wrong on that. So we're then obviously we don't know what's coming in May. We don't know what's coming in June. So if they're indeed saying like, hey, we're gonna do like we're just doing basically a big blowout, and we're gonna show you what's coming in the next 4 months essentially. Here you go. That's it. Now, also interestingly enough, could we see partner direct content here? Yeah, 100%. We absolutely could. Indie content potentially, right? It's a mainline direct. We could have a lot of it now. Traditionally, Nintendo has very specific swim lanes for both those topics, the indie topic and the partner direct. But with a direct of this size at 50 minutes, I would not be shocked if we got a little bit of a smattering of everything going on there. I mean, sorry, my mind is still a little bit like broken. Because it's a lot. It's a lot of information. Now, again, if we look at the timing, I mean, I do think we're gonna have some surprises, obviously, as we do. But I don't know if we're gonna have any like, and it's out today. But this is happening on Wednesday, later in the day, so we could have, and it's out tomorrow. And Thursday is the big eShop day on the 18th when there's a big update. I mean, we could also see, is this potentially where we might see an update to the Nintendo Switch Online system? We may actually see here some information potentially about the Pokemon or Zelda anniversaries, although those feel like things that they would carve out specifically. I also think like the Pokemon anniversary will be probably talked about by the Pokemon company, not Nintendo. They won't be the first reveal on that, so that one I take off the docket. The Zelda anniversary, that's possible, but I also feel like they they probably have a very fine plan with that, and so I don't know if they're going to show all those cards. It's really tough to say. I mean, I suspect as we come into, as we look into the May, my brain is kind of pattering all over the place here, but as we look into that May time slot for games that may be released, that's traditionally where they kind of do like a port game or a game that we've seen on other consoles that are coming over. Last year it was Xenoblade. In the past it was Donkey Kong Country. So we may see that as being one of the Wii U ports that are left. I don't really know which Wii U port they would want to do that's left. There are a couple, but that may be where we see that. Yeah, 50 minutes is long. 50 minutes is a very long presentation. Again, the wording focused on available games like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and games coming to the Nintendo Switch in the first half of 2021. I mean, I do suspect we're going to have a couple surprises. We've had a couple leaks already that have come out, right? We saw the Star Wars Commando that got uploaded to the server and that information. So that's kind of floating out there. We saw a leak not too long ago about Plants vs. Zombies coming to the Nintendo Switch, and we know that EA still has several games that they're going to be putting in there. We're probably going to, we're going to see games that we also know are coming, like Apex will probably be shown there. What else? Banjo-Kazooie, I apologize. Crash Bandicoot 4. I mean, some of these games that we've got released on there, it'll be part of a highlight reel or an introduction or known. I think we'll probably have a couple bangers in here, a couple ones that we didn't see coming. This also be maybe where we're seeing, it's a couple games that are a part of the cloud streaming initiative. We may see that here. Is it possible that we may see something like an Assassin's Creed Valhalla here? Potentially. I don't know. That's interesting, though. And I also wonder, is this strategically what Nintendo intends on doing? Is like every 6 months we just do one major information blitz, right? One 50-minute direct, boom, you're done. Don't come back to us for 6 months. And this is also interesting because this is showing confidence in their roadmap, which is something that Nintendo didn't have in 2020 because of COVID. They didn't really know where things were going to land. I think this is a really great sign that Nintendo feels like they've got a strategy and an infrastructure and a roadmap that they can successfully hit to meet these deadlines. And so it may have taken obviously time for them to kind of figure out that initiative and to be prepared to show up like this. So this is really, really interesting. We're, of course, going to live stream this, right? Like, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump in. Hopefully you'll jump in with us, watch it live, be there for the shock, the awe. Let me know in the comments below, what game do you hope is going to be announced or revealed, and what does this look like? And I don't know, let us know. Thanks for tuning in. This is Nintendo Dads. I'm Justin. I'm shocked. Also, interesting thing, for those of you that know the podcast, we do this, these bets. These like, hey, 2021 predictions. I predicted there would be no more Nintendo Direct. I was wrong. I predicted that Apex Legends was going to come out in 14 days after our presentation, or after our prediction. I was wrong. It got delayed. I predicted Overwatch 2 was coming out. It is not coming out in 2021. I have probably lost the year in predictions, just especially on this alone. But I'm okay to lose a prediction when it's this kind of great information. Guys, again, let me know in the comments below. What do you think? What are you excited for? What are your fingers crossed will be revealed at this Nintendo Direct? Thanks very much for tuning in. If you're new here, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Take care. Bye-bye.